What happens when you take a guy who served an extensive period and years of their life in prison? A guy who gets released after years of confinement, and then all of a sudden, you put that guy right back in a jail cell, in a jumpsuit, just like they're locked up again. What do you think that would have a person feeling like? Reminiscing on? Well, today, you're going to find out here on After Prison Show. I took a guy who served 30 years in prison and I put him back in a jail cell just to see what their reaction to that experience would be like. Folks, this is an experimental new concept that we've got here on After Prison Show. And you're also going to see more of this over on Banky's YouTube channel as well, because we've also done this with Banky also. So if you'd like to see his reaction to this experience, check that out over on his YouTube channel. But today, we're getting ready to begin this and kick this off with our good friend here on After Prison Show, Juman. For those of you who may not be familiar with who Juman is a guy that spent 31 years in prison. Never thought that he would be getting released. Probably thought that, prison would be it for him. But he was given a chance to be released because Virginia brought parole back. Juman's been released now for about 4 or 5 years. He's been doing the very best that he can since his release. And today, we're putting Juman back in a jail cell and filming the entire thing just to be able to share with all of you what his reaction to this experience is like. Folks, I hope that this is something you enjoy. If it is, please leave a like and a comment on this video. Share this video. Help show support for After Prison Show. Consider becoming a channel member here as well. Link down below how to do so. But without further ado, I bring to you Juman's reaction to being put back in a jail cell after 30 years in prison. Hi, Juman. How you feeling up in there, man?
Oh, man. Crazy, man. Feel crazy up in here.
It's bringing you back?
Bringing me back, man.
This might actually be like torture right here.
Yeah, man. It kind of reminds me of being in Virginia Beach jail, the holding cell. I was in. Last time I was in there was in '87. I had time. I got time in Norfolk and Virginia Beach. Out the whole crew. I ended up somehow getting time in both cities. And I was sitting up in there, man, and this here, the lightning and everything just remind me of that. Cells about this small. I got my time. Hey, man, I got my time. I ain't lying to you, man. I was laying on the bed, laying back. And I guess I started nodding out. And I swear to God, man, I heard somebody down the hall say, "Juman." I ain't lying. So I hollered down. I said, yo, anybody down there called me? They said, "No, man, anybody. Who is you?" I said, "Juman." They said, "No, ain't nobody called." But I think my mind was, I had just got 45 years, for 2 counts of robbery. I took a plea deal, a plea bargain. I had 2 counts of armed robbery, 2 counts of armed robbery. Plea deal was I wouldn't get no life sentence, because they were trying to charge me life sentence on, give me the max on both jumps. So the plea deal was, I pleaded guilty and they dropped the gun charges and just tried the 2 simple robberies, in which I come out with 24 months. And man, that's for the life of me right now, man, I don't know what made me do it, man. Everything was set. I get on the stand. I'm the only black dude in the courtroom. Ain't about 5 of us in there. It's a husband and a wife in there. She got a neck sling on around her neck. His arm in a sling. And you see how small I am, And during that time, I was but 18. So, I was real small then. So I was like, man, how the hell I done, I done did all this here to these people here, man, small as I am, you know. So anyway, we get in the courtroom and I see this. So when the judge asked me, did I have any remorse? Do I have any remorse for the crimes that I've committed, the crimes I'm about to receive? Man, for the life of me, I don't know what made me do it. I leaned back in the chair and I grabbed my private. I said, man, evidently I don't. I did it. But it came out wrong. I ain't mean to say it like that. So the judge he said, well, I'm gonna give him 40 years, 20 years on such and such and 25 on this, whatever Norfolk do, they gotta just do it off of this here and hit the grab on the thing, say, to get him out my courtroom. And I had a court-appointed lawyer. I looked at my court-appointed lawyer. I said, man, what? He said, nah, started putting this paperwork up. So when I get back there in the holding cell, which this here remind me of, I was laying on the bed, man, laying back on the bed. And in my head, man, I clear as day, just like I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I heard somebody say, Juman! My God, boy, I was gone. I don't know what that was, man, but, ain't nobody say they knew me down there, and then, man, I was gone, man. And this here kind of, just hope I don't hear that junk now, Man, I can remember something crazy. Well, it wasn't crazy, really crazy, but I was in the cell by myself, and I know the guy next to me was in the cell by himself, man, and we was on lock. The whole institution was on lock, man. And his cell was to the right of me, next door, man. And his mama passed away, And to hear that guy over there, man, crying, he was saying, I love you, Ma. I love you, Ma. And I mean, this was a big dude, man. This dude here, he was every bit of 6'2", 6'3", 230, But to hear him over there crying like that, man, it done something to me, And I sat over there, it made me think about my mama, man, And I was like, man, and this was during the time that I really thought that I won't getting out of prison, man. I was never gonna get out of prison, man. It was during that time, the early part of my bit. I was just getting into my bit, man. And I heard that dude over there, man. That was about, I guess it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock that morning, in the morning, man. And I heard him over there crying like that, Man, that's crazy, man. I didn't, I don't wish that on nobody, man. Nobody.
Did you say anything to him?
No, I just, I let him have his moment, and this was a guy that we weren't, really tight, but we knew each other, we spoke to each other because we was in the cell next to each other. But, we both gave each other respect. He wasn't on that type of time, I was just learning, how to do time. But to hear that, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, it done something to me, man. And then to actually experience later on during the years, my own sister passed away while I was, up in there, man. I had my sister pass away. I had my grandmama pass away. My grandfather passed away. A couple of uncles passed away while I was in there. Man, that thing there, it just ain't, and it ain't nothing, won't nothing I can do about it. Won't nothing I can do about that stuff, man. I don't know, Joe, man. you know. And being in here right here like this right now, man, it's, you know, and like the brother Redmond said, man, you know, when he pointed out to that Bible right there, I don't care what your religion is, what you know what I mean? Man, you gonna pick the book up. You gonna pick, if that's the only one in here, you gonna pick it up, man. You know, ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it, man. My sister passed away while I was up in there, man. I felt like I was gonna, you know, man, I just felt like saying, you know, giving up, so to speak, man. You know, it hurt me just that bad, man. You know, it got real, you know what I mean? That's when it started sure enough getting real to a lot of people, I guess, you know, when they started losing loved ones, you know. Yeah, man. You know, this here, this ain't for nobody, man. Ain't for nobody, man. You know, I can remember a time being in SIG. I remember a time being in SIG, man, where I couldn't take it no more. You know, I just felt like, you know, and this was during the time that I felt that I wasn't getting out, you know, or I was gonna be an old man when I did get out, you know, that I actually contemplated ending my own life, man, taking my own life, you know. The guards were treating me wrong, treating me bad, you know. You know, my communications with my family at the time, you know, that won't, you know, doing so well. So my thoughts was to end my own life at one time, man. Sitting in the cell just like this. Just like this, man, you know. Yep. But the cell I was in, you know, the toilet was pissing. Shit all, you know, ran it, you know. The cell stink, you know, the walls was a lot trifling because dudes over the years of being in these cells, you know, you probably got piss, shit, everything, you know, thrown over the wall, on the wall. Real talk. You know. But yeah, man, I don't wish this on nobody, man. Nobody. You know. Child time, man. You know. Sitting here waiting on child time. You know. If you ain't got that right there, you ain't got that right there in the cell, man, you might get, I think Banky said this once before, man, you might get lunch. You know, in some spots, man, you might get lunch 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening. You know, if you in SEG on some spots, you know. But this ain't it, man. This ain't it for nobody. You know, definitely not for me.